Hi, this is Alex from PHP Academy and welcome back to the last part of the string function tutorial. In the last part of the tutorial we're going to look at the NL2BR function and how it's extremely useful and combats the annoying formatting that we see by default when trying to output database table data. Okay, so a bit of background on the problem you might face with retrieving database data, or in fact data from anywhere really. If, for example, you had some data or a form on your website and you had a text area that you allowed users to enter data into. So let's go ahead and create a text area here. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and allow our users to submit to this page. And we'll use method post. So we're essentially just allowing our users to submit some data. Okay, so I'm going to call this text. So what I can now do is go ahead and echo $_post text. In fact, I'll only do that if that data is set. It just makes more sense. Okay, so I've created a form that we're going to allow data to be written into this text area and then displayed straight back out to the user. Now, don't worry too much if you don't understand this, but if you have actually had experience with creating a text area, storing data into a database, again making sure you've used HTML entities, which we discussed earlier, that ties in quite nicely. We're going to then echo out post text, so let's go ahead and echo out HTML entities post text, although you should be sanitizing the data as it goes into your database. We'll just use this as an example. So let's go ahead and refresh. We've got the text area here. We obviously need a submit button. That's one thing that I forgot. Okay, so refresh, submit. When I click submit, some data will be passed through back to my form. So hello, submit, and hello's displayed up there. So if you've allowed your users to post data from a text area into a database table and then you're trying to display that back out again, you'll know how frustrating it is when you see this. Hello, this is a new line. A user has posted this. They've said hello and they've gone on a new line and typed something else. When you display this out, by default it doesn't recognize the new line. Now the NL2BR function, which is written like this, let's go and write it inside here. The NL2BR function, NL2BR. Now again, PHP's nature of shortening everything has left this looking quite cryptic. What it actually means is new line, i.e. something like that, to, as in to, break. Okay, so this literally means new line to break. Okay, so it's been shortened to NL2BR for some odd reason, I don't know. But NL2BR is basically going to take any new line and convert it into an HTML break. Okay, so if we're to echo out HTML entities post text, but we now use NL2BR around this, what that's going to do is anything we pass through here, i.e. the text we wrote earlier that didn't quite look right because of the break that was missing, when we now say hello, this is a new line, when we click submit, the new line is converted to a break. Okay, so we've got this sort of natural break here, BR. You can see that we've got this BR in here. So PHP has output a BR where it has found a new line. So quite simple, but a lot of people get stuck on this one because they see their output all in one line and it's confusing. And especially if you're writing some code for like a blog or something, you want to obviously be able to output data on new lines for paragraphs, things like that. Obviously this won't create paragraphs, but there you go. So for simple data like comments, things that your users are typing into a text area, the NL2BR function on output is extremely useful in displaying it properly. So that's the end of the string functions tutorial. We've gone over 7 vital string functions that you probably will come across in any larger projects that you do. There are a whole host of string functions. If you visit php.net or Google search for PHP string functions, you'll find a long list of string functions that you might find useful. So if you're stuck in formatting some kind of string data, you can go there and find a function that will help you out. But for now, that's it. That's the 7 most used string functions in my list, and they can become part of yours as they're extremely useful.